Hello everybody, it's George, and I'm here with day 11 of Small Business Challenges and Opportunities. Now I'm here on the 10th hole of the Killian Greens Golf Course, a couple miles from where I live, and I usually come here with golf clubs. Today I'm here with Mango. I don't know if you can, he's walking around me, but anyway, there he is. And instead of bringing golf clubs, I brought my dog, and we're going for a really nice walk. This place is abandoned. It's actually very well kept, but nobody's playing here. It's such a shame, especially with this great weather. And what I wanted to do is share with you a book called What Color is Your Parachute? Now, the reason I'm sharing this with you is because years ago, I was going through a job change or a career change, and I wasn't doing one drastically, but I had lost my job, and I was considering doing something different. And at the time, I was coaching people that were out of work. And this book, What Color is Your Parachute, is one that I use to help people really understand what their strengths are, what their best skills are, and how do they leverage that in their current career, or, for these people, how do they change careers using this new knowledge? And so I put myself through an exercise in the book, and I realized that at the time I was an engineer. I used to run IT departments, and what I learned from that book is that my skills, as strong as they were technically, were predominantly people skills. So meeting with people one-on-one, which is kind of like a sales skill, negotiation, presenting in front of a room. And that was a real eye-opener for me, because up until then, I knew I had those skills, but predominantly in my career, it was how do I manage teams, how do I manage IT projects? And that started, an evolution in my career. I went from working for, large companies like IBM, Compaq at the time, KPMG Consulting, where, that's really where my skills had been. And I started looking, what else could I be doing? And I switched over into a sales role within the IT world, which kind of was an easier transition, considering I really understood that well. And eventually into what I'm doing now, which is I'm marketing, running a small business, an advertising agency where sales is my biggest strengths, still leveraging technologies because that's my strength. And it was a real change, but it wasn't until I got that aha that I really started thinking, what else could I be doing that could really be a good move for me, enjoyable, and leveraged my strengths. Now, a lot of us now, oh, hey, Carlos, hey, Jeff, thank you for joining in. So now that we're looking at this craziness with this pandemic, for a lot of people, it's just more time on their hands. Maybe they're still working, maybe they're still getting paid, but they've got a lot of time on their hands. Doing some of the exercises in this What Color is Your Parachute book might be a good way to, reassess where they are now and where they could be. If you're one of those people that's, currently furloughed or is really in some sort of a career crisis, and I know a lot of people are like that. We have friends of ours who run an event catering business, and, they literally had to furlough about 90% of their staff. So, this is something that's applicable for people, like them, that have got to reassess what are they going to do, both short-term and long-term, but also for their team members. Going through that is a good way, with all this time on their hands, and in this case under crisis, what could they be doing differently? I really recommend this resource. It's available on Amazon. I'm not getting any plug for that. I'm not getting paid. But it's something for you to think about. How do you reinvent what you do, both as a business owner, both as a team member working for someone else, and how do you use this time, again, the challenges, to build an opportunity? I currently run Larry Jacob Internet Marketing, and at the time when this was a side hustle, and I was working for, a large IT company. I was working in their marketing team, and I was laid off. Really sucked. But because I had been leveraging this new set of skills, I was selling stuff on the side, I was in a really good position to launch a brand spanking new business that, made this job loss opportunity. And having gone through that exercise in the What Color is Your Parachute book was a real big help. So day 11, this pandemic continues. Keep you all in my prayers. I know it's tough for a lot of you. It's tough for everybody just because there's so much uncertainty. But anyway, we'll rock on and see what's in store for us.